Alright, so this is going to be a quick little tutorial on how to manipulate 100 rupees and Oracle of Ages or Oracle of Seasons. It's primarily intended to be used in beginner level speedruns of this game, what I'm about to show, but you can also use it wherever it's applicable. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, as all of the other manips basically in these games, it's going to start off by wanting to save and hard reset the game. So that's basically like, saving and then hitting the reset button on your console or powering it on and off, or just using the built-in reset function of the emulator. But it's going to be the reset where you get the Game Boy screen kind of like this. And you're going to want to smash through this press start screen by mashing start as fast as you can, because RNG like advances every other frame on that screen, so it's kind of important that you get through it quickly for this to have some consistency. But either way, just get back into your file. And it's pretty simple how this one works compared to some other manips. Obviously, you're going to want to have the shovel since we're going to be digging up the rupee. And the very basics of it is that you're going to want to do 7 screen transitions and dig by the end of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now depending on how quickly you mash through the title screen, it's gonna kind of vary how many digs it takes to get the rupee. You will know though that after you get this like snake, the next dig is gonna be the rupee typically. Now the fact that the dig before the rupee is the snake enemy, it can be kind of annoying in some instances, so an alternative you can do is to instead do like 4 screen transitions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're gonna want to dig for a green rupee drop. Like this. And then just do 3 more. And then dig 1 time. And then you'll have the rupee as well. This is another pretty consistent method of getting it, and you don't run the risk of, the enemy getting in the way, like hitting you when you're trying to dig up the rupee and advancing the RNG any further, so it can be a very safe method. And those are basically like the main ones that people use for just getting 100 rupee whenever they want. It works in all versions of the game, on like any official release, and as long as you just have the shovel and you can dig in the overworld, you should be able to do it pretty much whenever you want. But with that out of the way, I'm gonna get into where you could use this in the speedrun as a beginner. So let me load up some save states here. The first example I'm gonna show is right here, in the black tower. So you just want to talk to this guy, obviously. He's going to give you the shovel. And after this, you want to do what I mentioned, just save and hard reset the game. Mash through the press start screen. And yeah, just count your screen transitions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this screen can be kind of annoying if you want to do the trick where you dig up the green rupee. Well, here I got it anyway, but depending on how quickly you mash through the screen, it might take it like a few extra digs, and these tiles are kind of inconvenient, so that might be something to keep in mind, but yeah, otherwise just continue on. And then you should be able to dig it up on the screen, just like so. To get your first 100 rupee. I like this particular spot of doing this. No one really does this in runs from what I've seen, but it is nice simply because it's basically the one instance where you're gonna have the shovel equipped anyway, since it just automatically equips it when you receive it on the A button. And you also don't have to like dig the dirt piles to walk out of the tower and all of that, so it can be pretty nice. So the other spot I want to go over where you can apply this in the speedrun is after you lift this rock and after the Fairy Maze and Fairy's Woods and Collapse Dungeon 2. You're gonna want to save and quit in this spot anyway, so it makes it kind of convenient to chain in the manip, essentially. So just save and hard reset, mash through the press start screen once again to roll as little RNG as possible. Now, depending on what strats you're doing earlier on in the run, if you're potentially doing some other manips, the save and quit is either going to take you to this shop here or to the screen above us, to the ring shop, in which case you would take a slightly different route, like through the Maca Tree screen, in order to go where we want to go next, but it doesn't really matter for the manip as long as you just keep track of the transitions you're doing. It should basically be the same thing. So this is going to be the fourth transition. Just equip your shovel. Dig until you see the green rupee. Do 3 more transitions, like this. And just take up your 100 rupee like this. And from these 2 examples you should have the 200 rupees that will suffice for pretty much all the expenses you should need in the early game and most of the run as well. So, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Hope it helps out.